Hello and happy August. I am making this video because I'm a visual person and figured that it might be useful if you looked at your school supply list and were wondering what some of the things on there meant. I thought it might be helpful for you. Before I get started though, I wanted to invite you to an HCP open house / orientation that's going to be happening on August 22nd. That's a Thursday at 6 p.m. It's going to be in my room 202 at Wildwood. So we really hope to see you there. Second graders, third graders, and even fourth and fifth grade alumni are totally welcome. We'll have pizza, and I'll be able to answer all the questions that you have about our HCAP program. I'm not trying to micromanage your purchases. On the contrary, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to ease some of your stress. Stress, you might say? Yes. I just got back from the City Target downtown in Seattle, and I am 100% really kind of stressed out, and I was buying supplies from a list that I made. So I just wanted to show you what I got so that you're not worried, like, am I not getting the right thing? Because, I mean, I get it. Like, you want to start the year off on the right foot. Anyway, here's the list that I used. It's posted on the Federal Way website. So here's what I got. I'm just going to go down the list that is on the website. Pencils. I asked in the list for 36 pencils. Turns out that Target sells them in boxes of 12, 24, or 60. I got 24. You should really get 60 because, let's be honest, pencils disappear. One box of crayons, 16 or more. Again, when I made the list, I just meant that you didn't need to get like the box of 92 crayons, 96 crayons, or whatever. 16 apparently doesn't exist, so again, I just got 24. If you really want to splurge on crayons, though, I'd actually suggest getting the twistable. These are the ones that I use when I'm coloring at home, which I do, because that's what I do. Ballpoint pens. I have too many ballpoint pens already, so I didn't buy any more, but here's a picture of what I would have bought had I bought them. 5 glue sticks. I couldn't find boxes of 5 glue sticks. You may be wondering why I didn't ask for any white glue. That's because white glue takes forever to dry, and we have a whole bunch of bottles of it in the art supply closet. Pointed scissors. Okay, this is really more for your students' preference than me. Those rounded scissors are really irritating to work with. I got these. It was cheaper for me to get 2 pairs of the Target scissors rather than a pair of name brand ones, so these are what I would recommend. A 12-inch ruler. Please don't get the flexible rulers. Please, please. They're super annoying. They're really tempting for kids to play with, and frankly, because they're flexible, it's actually kind of difficult to measure flat surfaces with them, which is what we use them. One small supply box. This is smaller than the one I was looking for. I was looking for the one that's like slightly larger and able to hold a box of crayons as well as glue sticks and everything. 6 spiral notebooks. So again, you're going to think that I'm being obsessive about things, but my students have actually given me feedback that they appreciate the color coding that we use in our classrooms. So I ask for 1 red for reading, blue for math, green for science, and then either yellow or orange, because I know that either Walmart or Office Max, oftentimes they don't have the yellow, they have orange instead, or purple or something. So that one is for word work. And then please feel free, whatever your heart desires for the other 2 notebooks, I don't mind for those. So there's some autonomy. So you'll notice all my notebooks were wide ruled. There's also, Target also has these really great notebooks that are like monotone color patterns. So here's a picture of them. But don't get the ones that are in that picture because they're college rule. Again, college rule is really more of a service for your students than for me. Even if they write small, I oftentimes will write back feedback to them. And I've been told that my handwriting is difficult to read when I write it on college rule paper. So wide rule is really best. 4 packages of wide ruled paper, again wide ruled. At Target the wide rule is yellow and the college line is blue. You could probably get away with just 2 packs of paper because I think we have some paper left over from last year. 2 composition books. We decorate these in class, so don't spend the money on the fancy patterned ones because they'll just be covered up. 2 packages of 3x3 Post-its. I really try to avoid having students pay for classroom supplies like Kleenex and Clorox wipes and things, but it's really, really helpful if they can bring in the Post-it note. If you really want to splurge, The 3x3 Post-it notes that are super sticky would be much appreciated by me and probably by students who have their Post-it notes fall off the papers as well. 5 folders with pockets. I don't care at all what they look like. Yeah, here are some options that Target has. A 1.5-inch binder for portfolio. Now, I don't really care what that looks like. Some of your students, like if you have the portfolio, if you're a 3rd grader and you have the portfolio that you used last year, you can just bring it back. We'll just write your new class number on it. This is the one that I picked out. It's super cute. The only reason that I asked for an 1.5 inches is because since we are using these for portfolios, by the end of the year they wind up being kind of super full. So that said, if you have a 1-inch binder hanging around, bring it in. There's no need to buy a new one. Things I didn't get. Okay, on my supply list, I forgot my number 1 thing that I recommend people to bring. Clipboard. I can't believe I didn't include it on the list. A clipboard. The number 1 thing would be clipboards, and then number 2 would be scissors. Clipboards and scissors seem to be really hard to come by, so I would definitely prioritize those 2 things. Anyway, I hope that answers some of your questions and reduces your stress. Thank you, as always, for your support, and I will see you on August 22nd at 6 p.m.